Let's talk about guardianship adoptions. What's the difference between a, let's say, direct placement adoption where the birth mom chooses where to adopt their child to and a guardianship adoption?
Well, sometimes grandparents or other relatives or someone that's not even related to the child becomes a guardian because the parents are unable to provide for care. Could be one parent has died and the other parent is just not able to care for the child. And after a while, we get involved because we convert that guardianship into an adoption. And there are many advantages to doing that. The main one being that provides permanency for the child. The child doesn't have to worry about a parent coming back and trying to terminate the guardianship.
So in some cases, parents are willing initially to give up the child in a guardianship situation, but then only later on will they be willing to do the full-on adoption.
Yes, and many times, even if they're not willing to do the adoption, there may be grounds to terminate their rights against their will, especially if they've failed to support or visit the child for a period of 2 years or more.
It sounds like there needs to be a lot of expertise in order to do this. Is this something that you've done before?
I do many of these throughout Michigan. And it is a challenge many times because it involves 3 areas of law: guardianship law, adoption law, and neglect abuse law. And I have had a lot of experience in doing these, and I love doing them because that it essentially provides permanency for the child.
Yeah, so if you're already the guardian of a child, does that mean that are you still eligible for the IRS tax credit of $13,840?
Yes, you are. You can get up to that much of the expenses to set all this up. Generally, it doesn't cost that much, but you are eligible to get up to that amount as a tax credit, dollar for dollar. Every dollar you spend, you get that back.
So there's many advantages to the guardianship, and by what I understand, you could do it for relatively no cost because of the credit?
Yes, and not only that, oftentimes when grandparents are the guardians and then they adopt, they're close to retirement age, and their retirement benefits from Social Security will go up dramatically if they adopt as opposed to just being guardians. They will get, the child will get some of their Social Security. So it's a win-win situation.
Well, that's interesting. Well, thanks for taking the time to explain guardianship adoptions.